The following program has been rated GE by the Kenya Film Classification Board. It is therefore suitable for general family viewing.
Hello viewer, welcome to Chungu Cha Jamii. My name is Betty. I am your host today and I have gentlemen with me. These guys are known to your screens. You have probably seen them many times. And today we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of celebrities. I'm sure if you look at this screen and when you hear their names, you'll be like, oh, I have seen him at least. So I will give them this chance to introduce themselves and I will start with the gentleman on my right.
Okay. My name is Victor Gatonye. I'm a content maker and creative director, plus I'm involved in talent management and growing.
Wow. My immediate left.
Okay. My name is Martin Mutediatesh. I'm a filmmaker, producer, and scriptwriter. Yeah.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Joseph Chege. I'm a content creator. I like movies.
Wow, wow. He likes movies. welcome gentlemen. It's good to have you today on our show at GBS TV. So glad to have you. So we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of celebrities. I believe by all means you are celebrities. It just depends on what level you're yet to get to, but you guys are celebrities.
Kwangu nyumbani.
I will start with you, Gatonye. How did you become a producer? How did you make Gatonye?
Okay. I don't think, it's a long journey. It's a long journey, and to get into arts, from theater, most of the time the growth came from aka kamradi kengine kana pesa beta. Tuachange kudanganya na hapa tioni nilikuwa inspired nini ya uongo. Kamradi kengine kana pesa beta. But then it gets to a place unapata passion, unapata naweza taka kuwa director. So through kuandika nikajipata. As I said, to write. I did a lot of crew work. I'm fortunate to have done the whole arc of crew in terms of technical. So it's just growth step by step. Projects like Makutano Junction, where you consciously knew you were studying, so you had a mentor. So pole pole tu tukafika pali unaweza create content yako. Either upate mtu atatafuta pesa ama wewe utafute pesa, you do it, and then hopefully you distribute or you can showcase either online.
I like the honesty, that it's not that someone actually inspired you into it, but the way you just do something and you're like, whew, next door, there is more money knocking, and so you rush into it and you do it well. When people are in the studio, a lot of times you'll find someone is just the one who is cleaning. You know, when you're doing a production, you're doing a movie, I guess you guys eat.
Yes,
I think you're just normal people. You eat, so someone cleans up, you change and dress, you know. You do all these things. So you have the cleaner, you have the person who cooks and serves the food. I don't know if they also get to see what you guys do and now want to get to that level. How is that rise? How do you get from this level to this level? Or you just get to the studio, you're already an actor, you know how to do these things so well, or you leave home having studied to produce a movie and you get to the office, mini producer?
Well, I wouldn't delay everyone to go through the way we did. I mean, if there were better systems, I wouldn't have to go through what I went through. This is why I work hard to make sure my colleagues, especially the incoming generation, they don't have to go through what we went through. Ile kitu tulipitia ni juu ya fault. Si ati sini hard working. Tulikuwa na survive system baya. When you look at a set, there are people who come in, of course, with aspirations za kukua utagrow. Maybe mtu kama anasema kama naanza kama gafa, maybe one day ndakuwa mimi ndo huko DOP, director of photography. But I believe every workstation everywhere in the world, not just even on set, in a professionalism yake, and you can be great. I've met people in the world who only focus pool and they're extremely rich. Ukimwambia mambo ya camera, sijui settings, anakasirika, juu hiyo si kazi yake. Yeye anajua lens kwenda mbele. So I've seen people come in our industry and they've grown. I know a good example is called Emmanuel. I've forgotten his second name. Emmanuel came in, alikuwa anapikanga ugali, hata hakukuwa catering. Alikuwa anapika ugali na chapo, I think. Manu, tunamuita Manu. Alishinda akiangalia chuma za wala watu wa kamera, alikuwa anazita chuma, ajui ni grips, equipment. Today, he's one of the leading grips. So alitransit, unaweza ita tu kutransit, siwezi taka kusema ati aligrow juu, pia unaweza fanya catering ukuwa millionaire. So alitransit hivyo. So people come in, they choose to grow or they choose to specialize in this thing wamepata. And it's usually a journey.
Wow. Nice. Martin, how has it been? You woke up one morning, ukajipata we ni content
Producer.
Yes.
It's actually passion, passion and, love what you're doing. I love entertainment. Napenda entertainment sana since I was in school. So basically when I met with my friends here, Joseph, because pia walikuwa na the same passion in film and what have you. So it's not something that unalala hivi asubuhi unamka usha kwa producer, kwanza production ni nini sana, ni expensive sana. So unataka ku producer kwanza unaweza hata tuko na wazimu. So hiyo kitu ni stress.
But you have made it to get to that level, at least umeachieve one step or two or three.
It's a short process. Yenye pia inataka uvumilivu sana na hard work sana. Yeah.
Jose, when you heard about what you now do, ukasikia kuna wase like Gatonye.
Yeah.
Were you like shaken? Hey, that guy, will I ever get there? What did he do? What does he eat?
Okay, to be honest, I was scared of meeting him at first. But in my case,
celeb.
Like I had written a story, and then everyone I met liked the story. So okay, I knew he would like the story, but I didn't know if he would like me. So my view was like, okay, what if we send someone go to talk to Gatonye on our behalf? But then we never had such people. So we just braved up, went and met him, and then from there, it's been just up and up and up.
Wow.
Gatonye,
you were so up here that they had to get a ladder to get to you. Wamebaki hapa chini holding it. So they had to send someone.
Yeah, we were scared,
and there was no messenger.
Everyone we met, like the AD, assistant director, like script writers, everyone we met, they always told us, there is one director who can make this thing work, Gatonye. There is one person, we even contacted a friend of ours, DOP, director of photography, told us, hii movie nataka tu director fulani anaitwa Gatonye.
Wow.
So like everyone was telling us, this guy.
Just say, what does it take to do the content? You just sit down and read books, or you just look at what happens in the city,
mostly,
and you come up and write something?
I would say it's observation, and it is innate, it's something in you. Someone cannot copy it.
Okay.
You just see things and
that's the beauty.
Yeah, it's the beauty. You create your world inside your head.
Someone can't copy.
No one can copy. They can try to copy, but they will never be perfect.
If it's not innate, it's not.
It's not there.
Gatonye, I am thinking about, when we look at the screens, we see celebrities. We know Kina Omosh, of course. People, no one never knew him.
Yeah.
We saw Tidy High and all those guys over there. We saw Kina Almasi and what have you. Who makes them? What is the work of a producer? Are there people behind? Because see tukiona Kina Omosh, we are like, who? These are the guys. We meet them on the street and we forget their original names. We never read the cast. We never read the cast what is Almasi's real name or Omosh's real name. Tunajua tu, this is Omosh, this is Jack, this is Allison. Who makes them? What is the work of a producer?
I think it comes in two ways. When I explain maybe producer and
director,
how they're made. An idea makes a great celebrity.
Okay.
And money. Without those two, you can't be known. Money will facilitate to employ your chain of production and maybe distribution and marketing. Money is also important in developing an idea.
Yes.
Because you may have a good idea, but you need another number of people we call content developers who will help you. And then that means you need to pay them something to sit down, think, facilitate their research. So money and an idea, that's what a producer is. A producer deals with ideas and money. And they're looking at lines. Producer works with lines. So one line is technical, is again kuna food, transport. So your producer, most of the time, I think some of these things are not the way they're taught in school. Tunasomanga shule, musema hata shule ukigraduate unapewa hint, walikuenjoy, unaambiwa now you have the power to read and write. Hiyo ni hint, wamekuenjoy hii time yote. Ni kibrono walitaka kigrow, kufanya job ukweli. So when we get to the ground, you find either a producer can find money or can be given money.
Okay.
Either way, they are administering the money. Most of the time you go to a producer, unamwambia nigedo. Utapata yeye hata kama ni yeye alitafuta pesa. Kazi yake sana ni kuadminister venye tutadistribute pesa, ndio hii idea iweze kutoka kwa karatasi ama kwa akili ya mtu, and then it becomes something, either physical play or it goes on air. So a producer really is that eye.
Wow.
Is that eye.
Wow.
And sisi huita producer baba yako, your father. Director ndo kwa mama, ironically. Si wango director, si wango wazuri.
Because now you have it on paper,
Yeah.
but someone has to now make a mosh out of it.
Yeah.
Give it life.
You know,
Yeah.
someone has to find which character is going to fit this, what kind of artist is going to make this the best. Now that is what the producer does. He molds that thing you've written on paper to make it live and real.
Yeah, they give it life.
Wow. So we're talking about scripts. I imagine that are there times you run out of scripts and now you need to buy? Do you also have a lot that sometimes you need to sell? What happens?
I think I have a lot I need to sell.
You don't need to
Like,
buy.
Yeah, running out of idea, it happens sometime, but then you just go back to your real self now. How did I see this thing in the first place? Then you find something is bubbling inside you, things are coming out. So that's when like you write the points down and then you bring it to people like Martin. Now they can expound on that, make a script out of a story, because the story and the script are two different things. The story is just from start to end, but script is going to give it twists and turns until it brings out something that someone can relate to.
Yeah.
How challenging is that, Martin? When that is brought to you, you have to keep working hand in hand with him to the end, or once you get the story, you're done.
In most cases you have to work with him because the story is his. So without him you will end up doing something totally different from whatever he wants us to do, you know. So you have to work with the concept creator. You know, he tells me, I want Betty to walk past that, you know. I want Betty to do this after a certain period of time, you know. So you have to work with the concept, the story, the storyteller, you know. Yeah, so you don't end up doing something that he doesn't want.
You don't end up diverting the original
the idea,
intention
exactly.
that the scriptwriter
He has the
had.
whole vision, you know. He knows what will happen in episode 30 and 50, but me, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you sell your content?
Sell.
Yes.
I think, as Gatonye said, the end goal is money.
Yes,
As
yes.
much as it's your passion, you want to make money out of it. So my answer is simply yes.
Okay. Which ones have you sold that Kenyans know?
I don't think like the producers I'm working with right now want me to spill the beans.
Okay,
But
okay,
we have
okay.
something very, very big. Having Gatonye on our team, that tells you like we have a very, very big thing coming soon. So we just tell people to wait and see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gatonye, what are you doing currently? Where are you? I know you are everywhere in every...
Niulize hizo swali. Nakwambia najenga, niko sijui na kuku nauza. Life to nipo.
Which one is coming up? What is cooking? What have you done? You know, there are those people who have to be pinched and told like, you should know people. So when we are here saying Gatonye is a celeb, they're wondering, yeah, who is he? Let me see his face. That one, what does he do? Are you able to tell us by yourself, what have you done, if you're not going to tell us what you're doing?
Number one, you guys should have mentioned the online show. I think that one, we have an online talk show. And what I've done before, zenye naweza kumbuka, number one, I think kazi yangu ndio celeb, si mimi.
Okay.
Maseleba wakaangi hivi, mimi nakaa ordinary. Ni kazi ndio nimefanya mingi, na nashukuru time na energy ati kwa hii time na hii zone, and I've been able to do this. I'm grateful. But I was involved in Makutano, that's where I was trained. I was involved in Reflections in KBC, that's where I started TV with Naomi Kamau. Then grew pole pole. I worked with the company that produces Makutano Media for Education and Development. And then I left employment at the age of 30. It was my dream to be retired by the age of 30 and to have kids. Mimi story ya huku sijui 60. Yeah. So because we plan in your life. Haija work out sana lakini tunaendelea. Then now from then I started getting contracts. Mostly I started doing live shows because that's the first place I went to training where I could get a contract. But by and by, Patricia show, changes on Showmax, big hit now on Showmax called Borderline. We did it 5 years ago. Kuna watu zingine za gengeton, watu walikuwa nadhani zimekaa mjuzi. Enda uone Borderline. As we knew them. Tumekuwa. So there's a whole lot of stuff on Showmax. About a year ago, we combined forces, great ideas, great people. Faki Liwali, Lucas from Ogopa, Eduji, and we made the film 40 Sticks.
Wow.
Then later on, when they were doing acquisitions for Africa, 40 Sticks managed to get an acquisition for worldwide broadcast on Netflix. So it's on Netflix still.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
And then I think from then on, waliniamsha. Sijaiwaambia. But you know, in Kenya, when you're a person in TV, you're working hard. Honestly, we're always chasing money. This whole concept that people are rich, that's a lie. I mean, sometimes we let it pass tu ndo mtu ajibambe. When you're a celeb, unachanga tu wewe ndatu wewe sema. But you chase so much money sometimes you even forget your niche. So mimi hata mimi kuna vitu nishaifanya na angalianga niko ai. But sasa ilibidi ule mtoto aende shule. Tushazalisha. But I think this guy is also a part of a journey that I'm going through. I want to go into a niche of action, drama, and thriller. And I noticed it's possible. At first, I used to question it, even when doing 40 Sticks. I just thought it's a one-off. But then I realized the name has already grown Africa-wide.
Yeah.
And even now I'm going on location in the next 72 hours. It's also an action drama. That one is going to be a blast.
Wow.
Hizo ni zenye Shenge anasema tukisema tutafutua kazi. Koloni bado iko na tumei-embrace. Ni sawa. So that's me in a nutshell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I don't know why Gatonye is refusing to be called a celeb. And his idea of celebrity is money and idea. That's what he said, the producer is. Everything you're doing, as you do it for now in your careers, it should actually translate into money. That's when it makes sense.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
that's when it makes sense. Because this is not just passion, there's idea, there's having to study. I look at this as a main or major hustle, not a side hustle. Do you think you need a side hustle when you're doing this, or this is your main thing?
One word answer is no.
Okay, no.
Because I think film is paying.
Yes.
So if you do it right, you will be okay.
There are many people who have not made it, who have fallen. You know, where we are right now, Gatonye is, you know, he made his name.
And money.
Yes. we didn't know him. You made your name and money. Money made your name, huh? Because now without money, now who knows Gatonye?
Anyway.
So there are those artists in this industry who made it like this and fell like this. You know, what exactly happened? Are you guys on that track, or you realize quickly and moved to the next lane?
I think you can learn from people. So personally, I grew up watching people on TV and I wanted to be like them. So I started doing what I was doing. I started doing in school. I write my insha, then someone said, just nuzie insha yako saa mbili because the teacher is coming, so I could write mine faster. So I realized like I have this gift of writing.
From an insha?
Yeah, I could
Wow.
write my insha and then
That's
someone has not
composition,
written.
isn't it? Yeah.
So someone wants to buy it, I sell it to them because last time I got maybe 39 out of 40. So I felt like, okay, I have this gift of writing. So I could write like 5 of them.
Wow.
And sell to my classmates and write my own. And the teacher will never notice. So,
all of them so different.
Yeah, so very different. A lot of stories. So I've seen people make it then come down. And that's also a story I'm working on. So having seen people come up and go down, I'm trying to put myself in a position that I will not follow their footsteps. I'm trying to invest in other areas. And also I'm trying to look at ways that I can raise other people so that even if I'm no longer productive, they can help me to stay afloat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Martin, what is your observation? Is it true that people rise and fall so flat?
Yes, that
Yeah.
happens.
Yes.
We have seen, of course, we have seen people. They made it big. You know, like me. There are people who have been watching since I was in primary school. You know, they were in national televisions, but right now, you know, wako tu hapa down manzia. There is nothing. You know, hakuna jina, hakuna pesa. Life is hard. You know, so it happens. Kuna kurise na kuna kufall. But sasa, in most cases, mi nikiulizwa what I've seen kwamba mtu mwenye amerise and then akafall, amefall, yeye ndiye amejifolisha yeye mwenyewe.
What?
Yes, because pia kuna watu wamekaa hapo since they began. Amekuwa hapo top, hajawahi fall. Not just in film, hata kwa muziki. Kuna msetangwa hit hajawahi kuja underground. You know, so basically in most cases watu wanasawing, watu wanakuanga na pride. Unaona, the moment umehit ni comedian starring 40 sticks. Ukipigwa simu na kijana mdogo niko na ka movie hapa nataka kushoot ka short film ka 3 minutes, akwambia bro mimi niko 46 unaniambia nini? Unaona, mse anaenda anambia another producer, nobody will ever call you. If I tell you the truth, in this film industry maproducer tunaongeanga sana. Nataka kushoot na msanii fulani, ulikuwa naye kwa show yako, alikuwa na behave aje? Huyo ni kichwa ngumu atakusumbua. You know, I won't call him kwa sababu utaki stress kwa set. So in most cases pride inaangusha watu sana na hiyo ego, alafu ile kiburi kwa industry.
Yeah, too much.
Ile ego.
Getonye, you're hearing that. There's so much pride and ego in this industry. How did you already told us how you made Getonye, but how have you maintained being there that today people still know you, people still look for you to help make them to be also bigger names like you have already achieved? How did you manage to escape the pride that comes with position and money?
Pesa hii iko wapi?
Niliamua life yangu mtu akisema na dose taikata. Juu unajua mdomo ni energy. Maybe ananitumia kitu poa. So thank you. Mimi naweza sema kuanguka na kupanda ni normal sana. Ni normal na ukafika pahali unaweza embrace, then now you become a great person. Just being a celeb doesn't make you a great person. It just makes you a celeb. But mtu ana hiyo track record, ana kitu ya kukuambia, unagia tukikana yeye uko wow, sikuwa nimejua kumbe. But then kuna celebs wengine ukikana yeye una realize huyu hapa tu ni talent unajua inaweza kuja separate na akili. Si kitu moja. So kuanguka na kupanda ni sawa. Me I've gone through it. I've gone through it in business or TV. Having left employment, trying to invest, giving it your all. A lot of my investment in TV had been my time because I had the talent. So unasaini na mtu nimekugia time yangu, to do hii, hopefully tutauza. So unapata ndio nilikupatia time, ndio ulikuwa na equipment, mwingine alikuja na pesa. But pale pa kuuza, it's still very hard to distribute in this market, especially in Kenya. It is still very hard. Or rather, let me use better language, we haven't yet figured a good distribution. Na hiyo sasa inakuwa ni shida yetu na pia shida ya market. So hii ni zile vitu, kutakuja tu na mtu ana akili ataweza kutofuata kunini hapo. Distribution and marketing is the reason people go down. There is no other reason. Mostly umefanya kazi poa na una feel haijaonwa. Mimi nina show Borderline said for 5 years. It said for 5 years. It was painful. It was one of the most painful experiences I've ever had was to do Borderline and another show, and it was never seen. Wachana na pesa. Hiyo kosa kuona ulikuwa unanisumbua. Juu unaona watu wanajigamba na chenye wanadu niko. Acha ninyamazie. Unanyamazia lakini juu unajua chenye umedu. Hiyo inaweza
because of the lack of marketing and distribution.
So I have been there. I've been there at the place where you're bottom down. I think nimeenda mara 6. But si ati ni kupreach. Si preaching. But hata ukiangalia tales kama za mtu kama David, hiyo mawe alitoa wapi ndo agonge hiyo kijaya? Aliitoa huko chini. So swali ni ukishaenda down, ni nini unarudi naye juu? Juu at some point utagonga mawe, hauwezi panda juu. Hauwezi enda chini tena, ama utagonga oil. So ni kwenda juu. So what do you get pale? Hapo hiyo ndio for me, hiyo ndio ilinifanya nijiulize niko hapa down. Sasa nitatoka na nini hapa? Na nikarealize saa zingine highly talented people need to fall so that they can come up with other people.
And other things to help them come back strong. So are there times when you fall with content? There's no time because you have so much to write about. For you, it's never going to be a story.
No, maybe not yet. But having heard from people who have fallen, I know it's possible. But I'm trying to put myself in a position that even if I fall, I have something to fall on.
Wow. Gatonya, I'm back to you again. Money.
Yeah.
Pesa ziko wapi? Where is the money? You know, someone like Ronaldo and Messi, this is their talent. This is what they're living for. You know, as they play soccer, it pays their bills and pays extra. And for other people, it buys them homes. Oh, they don't talk about a rent, a landlord. Those are stories they shared when they entered. You know, when they made their names, it came with everything. It was a whole package. This is how they educate their kids. This is how they eat. So we expect that in Kenya, this industry and those who are working in it are able to feed, clothe, you know, be sheltered and live well through this. Is that the case on the ground?
Not at kila mtu. It's an industry like any other. Hata engineering kuna watu wako tuko fukara. Na tunawaheshimu juu wanaitangwa engineer kwa base. But I may be wrong, but this is my approach. I believe money ni watu.
Okay.
Pesa si karatasi si ushika.
Ni watu.
Hiyo ni medium ya pesa. At some point binadamu walitaka kuona value so akamake do. But pesa ni watu. And if I'm not wrong, even the people I look up to in this country who've really made it in art, the likes of Tosh Gitonga, I really look up to Tosh Gitonga and what they've done with their company. And they are growing. Even amongst challenges, hata hizi za COVID, bado wako pale. Unapata teamwork. Teamwork ndo utuchanga. Wengi wetu ndo tumesema kiburi ufanya tusiende teamwork. Ukishafika pale, unaona how need watu juu jina yangu inanipitisha place. So unachuja team. Teamwork is important. Me, I'm not a good manager of myself. I know. Now I know after all this time. So me, when I need someone to figure out something, I'll call my fellow guys, Likarion, Wenene, I'll ask him. I'll go tell him exactly chenye nimeambiwa na producer kinigie job, nimwambie sikia, nimeambiwa hivi. Hebu niambie kaina make sense. So ndo atani correct hapo hivi na hivi. And honestly, within just 6 months, I've seen an improvement by trying to get a team. This is also teamwork. Tulishikana hapa, tuko wengi hapa, tuna represent group kubwa.
Yeah.
We already have a show.
Wow.
We've already done 1 hour of that show. So sisi si wale wa kusema tupe do tujaribu kitu. Tushafanya.
We know.
So si tuna bravery ya kuambia mtu leta investment yako kwa investment yetu. So unaona hiyo teamwork inatupatia bravery ya kusema hivyo.
Wow.
So I would say mtu akianguka sana sana ukimwangalia vizuri pale kwa team, hebu muulize. Pesa ni watu. Na unfortunately pia nataja kitu ingine. Sijui kama naweza generalize niseme wa Kenya, but wa Kenya tuna tabia ya kutaka kuangusha mtu. Ndo Calligraph Jones nampenda sana ile wimbo yake hao. Anasema ukweli, Kenya ukijitokeza tu hivi utokee hivi una talanta. Kuna binadamu wengi sana wako na nyundo wanagoja kichwa yako.
Exactly.
Kuliko wale wako wow.
Nice.
Tunapenda sana. Ndio mimi hata hizi anything ina easy msifuatangi. Anything inachanga na hizo easy ni idea za kupea watu wanapenda kuangushana nguvu. Waona? So kuna vitu mbili. Kuna wewe kujimanage na pia kuna hii environment yetu. Kitu itaua watu wanapenda kuua watu ni pesa. Ukikuwa na pesa Mwafrika atanyenyekea. Apende asipende.
Sad truth, huh? Sad truth. I want us to take a short break. And when we come back, let's talk about how this money is keeping us or killing us. Na wale watu wanangoja hapo nje kutuua ama kutuinua. You know? Yes, because we cannot continue like this forever.
Yeah.
Tutajua whether it's us or it's the government or the people who are our audience. Right. Let's take a short break because we are talking about the rise and fall of celebrities. And with me, I have celebrities to find out who they are. Follow up this later on our YouTube and Facebook channel. Coming back shortly.
This is Talk to Rosemary Njage Show. I am your host, Rosemary Njage. This is a place where we host different choirs, different praise and worships, different bands, different worshipers. We are so much blessed.
There is a God in heaven.
Amen.
He's a God in heaven who answers all of our prayers.
Your talents and your gifting shall open doors.
But I'm going to do this, dedicating it to Christ. And that's how I wrote Nachotaka.
Haja ya moyo wangu, Yesu. Haja ya moyo wangu.
How do you go about composition of your music?
Everything that I sing inakuwa ni my life.
Neema yako Yesu, Baba yanitosha. Nikiwa nawe mimi niko huru.
Yale umetenda Baba, yote ni makuu.
Ekomzik right here on your #1 TV station, GBS TV. My good name is Hypolar the Experience. You can call me Moja Safi. Kumaza the best TV ever. Lafu shoni gani Ekomzik SMS line 21144.
Tunakuchezea zile ngoma mpya zenye zimekuwa zikitokea hii wiki.
Anytime ulizia bila God nikulia na wakinikeuzia. I know you got me God, yeah you got me God.
Kautamu nikisa maneno nasikia kautamu. Ati wanauliza gospel imedu bisa CMT we have to do. Skiza. So Bible now we hand, so we physically, spiritually, lyrically, mentally.
Leo manze tuko na wasanii wa daily ndani ya nyumba. Tuko na muziki kali, tuko na countdown kali. Yaani kila kitu leo iko fresh. Chukua sharubati, hiyo ni juice hapo, mpaka nguju ya meza.
Triple.
Yeah.
Tumia mtu salamu pale mali unakulanga chapo dondo.
Nani mimi? Walifunga.
Everywhere, GBS.
Welcome back, viewer. We are talking about the rise and fall of celebs, and as you can see, these guys here are celebs. If you haven't seen them, anyway. So we're talking about that, and I'd asked you, Gatonye, pesa ziko wapi? You know, where is the money? We see you guys talk big and walk big and do everything big until we're scared. Our walisema they even feared, hey, how do reach Gatonye? Tutapata wapi the ladder to climb, and who will we send to get to Gatonye? One of the things that you mentioned make people fall is the lack of marketing and distribution. So it's not that we don't have talent or content in Kenya. We have all these things. But now we don't see, if you want to make it, you probably need to go to another country or something to do something better that people appreciate. But talking about this money, I don't think you guys don't make money. But you make money and we see you wear the celebrity clothes, you do all those things celebrities do. You guys eat big, live big, and then the next day, tunasikia you're on social media, I don't have any idea what happened. Is it to do with the people, yourself, or the government?
Tuanze na mtu mwenyewe binafsi. Naweza sema na naweza kuwa niko wrong, but again naongea from what nime-experience na nime-experience. Ni choice yako. Sometimes this industry is not easy worldwide. It's not easy to entertain people in the 21st century.
Every single day.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
People don't have a sense of humor like they used to, number one. They don't have an attention span like they used to. So people are having to do so much. People are having to go into very interesting creative areas ndio uget market. It's gonna get to you. Hata watu jenga gari. Si hapa last year Baton kulikuwa na magari zinalipuka. Tukaenda combine stima na petroli pamoja ndo tutengeneze gari. Unaona hiyo ni ndazimu. So hiyo kutafuta market, it can get to anyone. And it's gotten to me.
Yeah.
It's what you do. Kuanguka no ni sawa, but sasa utarealize unajua kuanguka ni kama kuchapua coffee kwa msho. Unaweza kuwa ina dream. So uwezi jua hizi vitu unafanya tu. Ni natural. Kuna kujenga jina yako the business wise, building a brand. Saa zingine itakuvuta, saa zingine unaweza fanya kitu. Na I think we should be forgiving. We should be forgiving because any one of us anaweza fanya hivyo. So mimi nililani, nikiona mtu amepanda nini saa zingine unadanganya hapo kwa FB venye uko sawa. Hizo picha za hoteli ndio mimi ucheka. Kwa COVID umepost picha ya hoteli. Already unatuambia umebreak law. But ni sawa. But so ni katika ile hali ya kutry ku make sense out of your hustle ndo watu ufanya hizi vitu. Sidhani mtu uanguka juu anataka. Sijawahi ona mtu uanguka juu anataka.
Yeah, no one will subscribe to that.
So story kama ya DMX, it's a very nice story. Mimi si choose kumcelebrate juu amedai. Mimi niliishi nikimuwatch na mkumbuka venye alikuwa. So sasa watu wengi as usual ni euphoric. Watu utaka kuonesha na heshima ukidai juu wanaogopa watu waoneshwe heshima.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think funerals are comedy of errors.
Yeah.
But ukilearn story ya huyu jamaa, kuna story mingi sana zilimfikisha pale. Zingine ni yeye, na pia tumsamehe juu mimi na wewe ni binadamu. So I think mimi naweza sema in short ni ujijue. Cause ukijua pale huko ama na pia ujisurround na watu una allow wa kujue. Ni easier juicer, tunamuita juicer writer wetu. Hata na nikimzidi age ulini correct mara mingi sana tukishoot. Kwa nini? Nili allow wanijue. So washajua Gatonye kwa hivyo yuko sawa. Uliamka poa. You get your mechanism. Again
The teamwork we talked about earlier.
Watu ndio pesa. Na ukipata mtu ajisurround. Mimi ni star. Sasa natafuta tu kadem tunakulanga raha nako ama kachali. Unajua ni plastic life. Nani anakujua kwa sako zako? Muweke karibu. Yeye ndo atakwambia nani hapa unaenda off. Na tukiendelea hivi, watu wote wale umeemploy na fame yako watakosa job. So me I would do that. Before saying nilikosa doji ya distribution ama serikali inafaa isaidie artist, mimi ningeanza na mimi. I think that's a cheaper a cheaper way ya kujisafeguard.
And easier to solve.
Because
Because if you're chasing the government, by the time you get there, now the proceedings, you may never just get help as soon as it is required.
utadai ukichase. For sure.
It's true. Martin, there are people who, they do a gig, imeshika like now the 46 or whatever, and then you get a boom. And out of there, you were looking for the Mercedes that you have been seeing on the road. And then you buy the Mercedes, and tomorrow you're not able to sustain the Mercedes, and you have shown us everywhere, this is my new life. Yes. So how do you get to make such decisions without sustainability in your industry?
Peer pressure. Hii social media iko na mambo.
Peer pressure.
Kwanza vijana wadogo kama sisi.
I thought peer pressure is for teenagers.
Unaona vijana wadogo kama sisi. Kama sisi hivi sasa kuna mabeshte wetu wengi sana. Hakuna Subaru yake baridi. Unaona, so mimi nataka boy wangu fulani anione niko na Kisubaru kama yeye pia tunaenda road trip hivi nini. Alafu wazee kama kina Gatonye hivi unajua
Gatonye, you've already become a mzee, so don't worry. Client ni kama tuseme sasa GBS wanakutisha film ama series, wao wanalipa kampuni. So kishalipa kampuni, mimi kama director wa kampuni, hiyo pesa ni mimi napewa. So nikishalipa actors wangu nini, director pesa yake nani, mimi kama ni mzee kama Gatonye hivi nataka Mercedes kibigi hivi, na mimi nikitokea shoot hivi kila mtu anajua huyu director amefika. Huyu director amefika, unaona. But sasa una forget do inazaisha kwa sababu hii pesa umepewa kwa sababu ya production. Unaona, na the moment unashindwa kudeliver hiyo kazi yenye GBS imekuitisha, hapo ndio umeisha. GBS mtakosana na wao kwa sababu wao hawezi kuongeza pesa nyingine eti ulinunua Mercedes, shika hii milioni 10 uende shoot ile program. It will never happen. Au watu wakipea budget ni hivyo, and you have to work with it. Unaona, so kuna hiyo pressure ya mabeshte, pressure ya nani, pia pressure inasumbua vijana sana na wazee wengine pia. Jose, I see you getting there because you haven't experienced failure yet. You have more content. You don't need to buy. You're looking for clients to sell to them. It's so easy to handle failure, I guess. But how do you handle success so that when these things have come to you, you know how to plan A, B, C, D, and you know that Z is waiting? Do you need a psychologist?
I think I would say some people do it for the likes, others do it for the love. So I think if you're doing it for the likes, it is almost sure that you're going to fail once the likes are down. But if you're doing something that you love, then you know how to manage yourself. And then, like just as Gatonye said, you surround yourself with people who know you and people you are allowed to know you. So that once you are off the radar, they can tell you, hey, niaje, hapo umetoka kidogo, try to get back to your lane. See? So if you have people you trust, and then people you look up to, like Gatonye anafanyaga nini? Why is he this big and still humble? So as he's talking, you try to steal some points and apply them. Because if you fail, like personally, I've never failed because I've also not reached. So I don't know how I can handle myself if I fall. So I try to as much as possible to follow the steps of those who maintained the hype, maintained the fame, and maintained the success. Yeah.
You know, fame, Gatonye, fame, na celebrity syndrome, it is a big disease. I do not know who will cure our celebrities out of it. But celeb, I may get this nice car, this nice house, lives in this nice suburb, and then money is now not there. You know, handling that failure again is another thing, because once we have seen you up here on our big screens every time, and then for a whole month Gatonye is not featuring. We're going to chase you, my friend, and look for you, and we'll want to hear, what are you up to? What are you doing? Is it that you're cooking some other big project, or what exactly is going on with your life? What happens when someone is at their low? I like what you brought up about the team and being vulnerable to your team so that they're able to assess and know Gatonye, it's not okay, this time is off track. I really like that. And a lot of people don't allow people to do that. So when you actually get down and you don't have this support system, what are you supposed to do? Because the media will always look for you at your lowest point to just tell them, where did you take the money?
The world is a jungle. I think it's important to read, as Shege said. I love him because he reads. Kumbuka, so consumerism haiendi pahali. So hype iko. This thing is here to stay. The trap is here to stay. And to say iishe ni hiyo ya serikali saidia. Haitafanyika. So how do we deal with it? Na iko. When I found myself really down, first do imeenda, hauna do ya kulipa watu, uko na show kama 5 na partners wako, mnaangalia na hivi hata mtaki kuona na macho hivi juu kama chozi kana form. Ilikuwa ngumu. Unaenda nyumbani, hakunanga kitu ngumu kwa mwanaume kama kuwa na familia na hustle yako imeguswa. Hata unaweza ua. Na of course narrative yetu yenye na do ni about madem. Sawa? So society to understand. Kumbuka hivi.
It's the way you have presented yourself to the society.
It's engineered that way. Look at every show, it's women. And that's a reality. Hiyo ndo deal ya sahi. Sisi tunasema iishe, inatugedo pia. Tunafanya hizo show. So mimi sisemi iishe, nasema tu ni poa kukua wise within that. So ujue hakuna mtu atakuelewa, especially guys. Hakuna mtu ataja kukuelewa ati hustle uharibika. Uongo. Lazima sasa ujue venye utatoka, cause most of the time, especially us, wacha mimi niongee juu ya machali juu atuongele wangu sana. The only thing you do is stand on yourself. Alcoholism, bad sexual relationships, either yani utajipeana. Juu kama una kicho kupea kama mwanaume utajipeana wewe mwenyewe. The last result ya mwanaume wa kujipeana.
If he has nothing to give.
Na unaona, umeona society venye. Umeona hiyo. So hata ukiangalia sana kwa watu wameanguka, tuna deal na males kwa celebs. Dema anaweza amka virahisi. Usidanganyane. Utasaidiwa na familia nini? Sisi familia ukuangalia hivi. Mimi nakumbuka tangu ile maziwa ya Nyayo. Ilikuwa inafikanga pale unafika home watu wanangojea milk wapike maziwa na hiyo. So pale shule jua ujanja upate 4 zako na za watu home. So anyway, ni narrative sijuka itaisemwa, kama itaisemwa bado ni sawa, tutasurvive. So pale lazima ukuwe mjanja, otherwise utaumia na utaumiza watu. Imefika hapo umeona maybe mtu ametania familia yake. Ni hiyo emptiness si mzuri. Si kitu
There comes that time that you are not what the society knows you. So you are just yourself, empty and closed. Now you don't know what to do.
Exactly. You know there is nothing bad like, unakuwa celeb na una pesa ama you don't have enough money kwa sababu imagine kwanza kitu inasumbua sana mtu amepata pesa alafu zikaisha na kuna fame anakuwa na depression. Kwanza uwezi ingia matatu na watu atanibebaje? Siwezi pigia boy wangu Jusa nimwambie bro manze nisaidie 10k. Atanibeba naanza niko na ile atanibebaje manze nilikuwa na Benz.
Uwezi ingia matatu.
Aje it's hard.
Pia kuna kitu kingine hapa nishaiambiwa na mtu. Ako industry different. I like to relate across industries. Aliniambia alinunua gari kubwa juu ya construction. Maana yake alikuwa anaenda na gari ndogo na anasimamia nyumba kubwa, so watu walikuwa namdharau. And I had him nika realize aya ni ukweli. Ningekuwa na gari kubwa kuna meeting singekuwa naongea sana. Kikenya. But muuliza, challenge hiyo kitu. Ni wapi mliona? Already hata artist wa majuu kuambia vizuri, hii ndaili hayariwa. Ukienda kuangalia profile ya music video, wanakuambianga ukweli yote, hii yangu nilihaya.
Exactly.
Mimi nimework across the board na watu globally. Unapatanga the most amazing editors, cameramen. Ni wa simple. Hata akikuja huko huwezi tumia Uber. Akwambia tupande ma3. So sisi tulitoa wapi hii notion? You know, even in America ni kaa 2%. Ni hapo Florida tu hapo na Hollywood ndo watu fanya hizo wana. Huko kwingine watu wengi ni washamba. Si usahau hiyo kitu. So knowledge ni important. What are you aping? What are you copying? When nikipata pesa niseme nataka kuwa na the best car in town. I'm referencing that decision based on what? If it's, and there is no problem with buying the best car in town.
There's no problem.
There is absolutely no problem. I mean, nikipata do, mi shine. However, una shine for what reason? Utaweza kubeba wase. Unaget, utatumia hiyo avenue ya kushine profitably in a sense that hata ukaanguka utafunikiwa aibu yako na watu wako.
Wow. We're out of time, but there's something I need to know. What are you doing right now? Because long time ago, we used to have cinemas, and even right now, we still have, there's this cinema, IMAX in town, where, you know, someone has put to popcorns there. So just celebrating the experience, paying for the experience. You see, nowadays you have flash discs, so you don't need to go to a cinema hall to watch a movie and get that experience. You just get a flash disc, have it in your house, YouTube, wherever. There's Wi-Fi all over. What are you doing now to keep this industry going? Because as it is, we can get whatever content from wherever and watch it without even getting to know you guys. You're no longer entertainers, and yet you're in the entertainment industry.
I think for our company, we are 4 of us. We were doing a launch for a film. We are bringing all stakeholders in the industry, the directors, investors, actors, basically everyone. It was to happen actually on Saturday, 24th, but due to the COVID restrictions, things did not happen. But we are planning a very, very big launch. We are planning to like 2,000 invited guests, just for everyone to come and watch a film together, so that for us who have never experienced that get together in a film, so we're just trying to bring it back, because people really want to watch movies, but then everyone is away. Watu wanaonea kwa nyumba zao, watu wapatani. So we're just trying to bring people together and celebrate the film industry.
Wow, that's a good thing. I don't know if that has crossed your mind, Gatonya, because people will just be hearing the name and never know you and never meet you because they can get whatever movie anywhere. And I don't think that is artistic enough. If you ask Kenyans, if you go and tell someone I'm Kenyan, what will define you? What culture defines you? There are people who have come into a country as tourists, and all their expectation is, when I get to Kenya, I'll find lions on the streets and Maasais in their lesos. Is that all that we have? I mean, we have a rich culture, we have rich art, but we don't see it. And I don't think it's for lack of talent or, you know, passion in our country. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think, you know what? Kenya is the one country that we are known all over the world. If you have a Kenyan in a team, you're likely to succeed. Na si kujipiga kifua, ni ukweli. Wa Kenya tunajulikana hivyo. Maybe ni education system yetu, maybe also ni maybe pale tulijipata na colonization hapo. Kuna effect mingi hapo. And it's true. It's a nice thing to have. Tukitoka nje, by the way, sadly enough, me Nigeria get, unajua celeb treatment au kupea. Ukifika Kenya ndio unakumbusha wewe ni Mkenya. Unasikianga many times nimejipata hapo kwa airport, tumekaa hivi tunacheka, tuko wase, tumerudishwa Kenya. But I think tulipata addiction ya kupeana sana effort zetu. Juu tuna feel hapo nje tuna appreciate you, especially na pesa. Tunasikia job ya nje na pesa, so we got addicted. Hatukubalance. Juu hata wewe kwako, si unapeananga kwako na unaenda unapeana job. Usipo balance, upeana job sana, utaua kwako. Ama ukipeana kwako sana, utaua job. So I think we got addicted na kupeana value na kulipwa. Ndio unaona tukipata pesa, si uenda kununua vitu za watu wengine. Mimi sitanunua nini ya jusa, naenda kutafuta script majuu. Because to get addicted. And these are things that we need to not talk about. I don't believe in talking anymore, but we need to reflect individually. Tujue ni nini kama wa Kenya tunafaa, cause tuna culture mbaya ya kupenda vitu za nje, na hiyo ni ukweli.
You mentors. Juu kuna wale watu mlisema kuna nyundo hapo nje na kuna wale watu wanawaambia hey go. So wale wakiwaambia go. Unajua kuna pia ile kusikia like wow, I have made it. And yes, and we talked of, you know, how do you stay there? Because these guys wakisema wow, so you want to take them to, you know, Ole Sereni just for a cup of tea, you know. You don't want to take them to kusijui where that has no name. You want to take them to celebrity hotels, just like you're a celeb, you know. And if you're out and you're hit by the nyundo and you're down here, is that the end of you?
Nope. It's not the end. Nimependa chenye umesema mafans wanaweza kupeleka place hauoni. Again back kwako. It's important hata muasho kutofautisha mafans wawili. Kuna Mkenya atakupea saiki yote alafu akuombe loan. Unamwita fan jeuri. Hakuna kitu hata kuambia bazu hizo jina zote chairman, chair lady, madam. Mwishowe atataka kitu. Kuna huyo binadamu. Kuna tu binadamu na ni wengi. That's the one thing in filmmaking I think we also forget in art and music. Musicians washatuonesha na nawapatia respect for hiyo. Kuna fans wengi Kenya wana upendo na imetosha. I've met people in my stage career, acting career, and even people now wanajuanga style yangu bila kuangalia credit, atajua Gatonya alidirect. Atakusimamisha tu kuambia asante. Na utaona huo fan angekuwa hata na thao angekupea tu ndo ende ambie mtu nilipea ule mtu thao nilimnunulia lunch. So ni balance. True. See ati it's a sad story out there. Maybe I have more good fans than bad. Our madeli after me kuita chairman nini ni less. So pia we jua. Na what is important. Toa hiyo chai saa zingine. Kuna time una need kupigwa hiyo. Kwa sasa leo uko low. Enda kwa ule utakaka kitu. Hata kuambia vitu uchungu uishe ya life. We mgonge so mbili. Kila mtu amepata baraka yake. Wow. So I think ujanja hapa ndio. Ujanja na pia kuwa honest. Kenya has a big market for our content. Our only challenge ni hatuja figure out kupata hawa watu aje. Hiyo tu ndo shida. Shida iko hapa katikati. Wale wanafanya vitu ni wengi. Wale wako ready kuziona ni wengi. Sasa hapa katikati ndio. Na sana sana hapa noma mingi hapa mimi ndaisema black and white ni uzungu. Tuna uzungu mob. Na Wakenya by and large wanakuanga wako stable. So hapa kwa kutry kuwa market ya vitu tunatry uzungu mob. Wengi wata reject juu ya hiyo.
Okay. Wow. Parting shot. Martin.
Tuanze na Jusa.
Okay.
Mimi naweza tatu kuambia wase if kuna kitu unataka kufanya just do it. Kama uko peke yako just go. Utapata watu along the way wenye wana same passion as you. So don't just wait for things to happen. Go out there and happen to the things.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go out there and happen to the things.
Happen to them.
Wow. Me, I mean simple tu sana. You don't sleep until you make it.
Okay. Aya. Wale watoto kulala. Singizi kikam. Gatoni.
Don't forget yourself. Because the element that anywhere you are unaweza kuwa involved in anything. Bora unajijua.
Usijisahau.
Usijisahau.
Nice one. Wow. You guys are not just artists and writers and producers, but you have learned many things along the way. You have learned a lot of things, and I could feel that you have learned a lot of things. I'm really grateful I had a chance to host you today.
Thank you for you hosting us.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, viewer. This has really been educative and informative. I hope you have gotten a lot of stuff from these guys. Whatever field you are in, I don't think you missed something as you listened to them speaking. They had lots of packs of knowledge and wisdom in it. I hope you carried that home. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Betty. I have been your host. See you next time.